Ashe, shalom to you all. We're going to get back. I don't want to get too much into what we was discussing yesterday, but I want to touch a little bit more on multi-dimensional beings. Just a little. We already know water is the feminine aspect of the divine, right there. Water's ability to flow and change shape mirrors the feminine principle of flexibility and adaptability, intuition and emotion. Water is often associated with emotions and intuition considered key aspects of the divine feminine energy. So we already know that when they say he divided the waters from the waters, that was dividing the great divine feminine source, the great mother, from her siblings, from you and I, from the Immaculate Conception. This was the divide. Because it says that the God of the Bible sought out to bring order to the universe, which he called chaos. Incorrect. All in existence comes from that chaos. So if all in existence comes from that chaos, was it not already ordered? You wasn't establishing no order. You were a light reflection, an emanation from the great mother that you were supposed to keep the continuation of being perpetually in union, perpetually evolving into who knows what the God of the Bible could have actually been. If not, the ego had not suffocated him fast. Because the ego gets advanced. The same way you take a person that's out of poverty. Even peasants have egos. Yeah, peasants have egos. So an ego can make it into any echelon. Yeah, an ego can make it into any echelon. They're at every level. You have to always be in accordance with your divine essence in order to beat that. You have to. So the next video, I'm going to show you when the demiurge, the God of the Bible, actually realized, damn, I'm in the pit. I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to show you. And it's going to be a little unorthodox and contrary to what preachers or pastors are preaching on Sundays, but who cares? They've been lying for a long time, so we ain't following them no more. They still trying to tell somebody what to believe when there's things out here that we should already know, and we already know because we have innate abilities to know. Akashic records to know. We have a divine manual that came with us being the Immaculate Conception, which is you and I. We were an Immaculate Conception. Ashe. So I'm going to get into this right here. Multidimensional beings. Multidimensional representations. Humans are not only physical beings existing in 3 dimensions of space, length, width, and height, but also exist in other dimensions such as time, energy, and consciousness. Translations. This would make it 6 defined states of existence as of now. So you see what that said? But also exists in other dimensions such as time, energy, and consciousness. Okay, so you see how the water, when a feminine is pregnant, the baby is in water. Water has always been a divine principle. That's the great mother. It's nothing, you can't get around that. Your intuition, your deep consciousness. Water correlates with sound because sound travels faster in water. The way water and sound resonates. Divine masculine is a pattern pusher. Light. Still an emanation from the divine feminine. The divine masculine is an emanation from the divine feminine. Set into cycle to continue to push that perpetual union, that perpetual upgrading at all costs, at all levels. Not go off and say what the demiurge said in Genesis. First thing he did was divided the waters from the waters. You and I are genetically 70 to 80% water. So what were you dividing? What were you establishing? Nothing. Because you were an incompetent celestial monster, a fallen brother that lost his way early. Let's continue. Now let's explore the attributes of the latter three: time, energy, and consciousness. Telekinesis, right? Teleporting, remote viewing, telepathy, empathic, psychic abilities. These are all the attributes of a multi-dimensional being. You've seen the Marvel comics. You've seen all of these shows and these movies you've seen. Just imagine the X-Men, all of those different gifts and unique abilities compacted into one goddess, into one God. Now you see why we were an immaculate conception. Now you see why our advancement is the greatest show on earth. You don't notice how, let's say the Black Panthers, they had the movement, they had the muscle, they had the courage, the bravery, but they didn't have the spiritual, the deep mysteries of the spiritual connection, which ties them to the elements and the great mother from a cosmic aspect. They didn't have that. That generation was unable to consolidate the two. Then you had the 70s, the late 60s, they was making the love music. But by then, they had already started changing the hertz to the 440. Because they know that sound, they changed the 440 hertz and made that a standard musical sound of sequence, because water correlates with sound. That's why the dolphins are so sharp. And their sonos can hear, because of sound travels faster through water. This is divine feminine aspect. This is the great mother's design. All of this is the great mother's design. You can do nothing but fall in order or be eradicated. So that's why you see our era, the generation under you and I, into games. You can't tell them nothing. Look at the music. It's a charade going on of nothing but brutality and murder. Pants sagging, and we steady trying to tell them something, give them experience in exchange for you. Nothing's happening. You're hitting a wall. Then you take our era. We are the only era that has come to grasp with the totality of our existence and what we are actually here to do, what we have actually conquered, what we have actually been up against. That's why it's a great time to be alive for you and I, because we are the full expression of the Immaculate Conception, because we have the bravery, we have the courage, we have the knowledge, we have consolidated all. We've consolidated it all. We've put it all together. It didn't happen in any other year. This woke thing, this didn't happen in any other year, any other era. But something special now. That's what I'm saying. Like, we are multi-dimensional beings. Time, energy, and consciousness. But time is an illusion. So therefore, we're dealing with eternity. We take time and push time out and put eternity, energy, and consciousness, because energy doesn't die. It's infinite. That's what's going on. So when you hear the God say he divided the waters from the waters, that was all bad, but all good. Ashe.